We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Welcome everybody, this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show, recharged, energized, and ready to go.
In another parking lot?
In another parking lot.
This one's got trees though.
Pretty. So, Daniel Vitalis, check it out. Where did man come from? Where did man come from?
The North Pole?
The North Pole.
I don't think so.
No? I don't know either, but Daniel gives some great insight and carry the audio clarity wherever I go. Have it right here, right now. Put it in everything I drink. We're going to be coming out with a lot of new information on this product very soon, and now's the time. More than half off. TheRawFoodWorld.com. Go to articles, then click Matt's articles, and then read all the stuff on audio, video after video, and check it out. And here's Daniel. Woo!
I have a question.
Okay.
So I've been thinking about what it means for the human patterns in terms of like the dog-wolf pattern. And I remember you saying in one of your talks about the pattern with the dogs that like every dog that we see, that reality was like packed into the genes of the wolf, right? So I've been thinking about that in terms of humans. Like, what did we originally look like? That's kind of what I'm wondering, you know, like we're all different expressions of something.
Yeah.
What did we look like?
A dinosaur. Wait, I'm just
Yeah, I know.
Do you have any thoughts?
Well,
about
yeah,
that?
I mean, again, we can go to the indigenous people.
Yeah.
What's interesting is they're almost gone. The indigenous people are they're basically dying off or being assimilated into Western culture. So soon we won't have those people to go look at anymore. It's really similar with cows. The progenitor of the cow is now extinct. It's been extinct since 1627, and
Wow.
now all that's left are the cows. This would be like if all of the wolves in the world were gone, and all that was left of them was dogs. There's no way to get back. In fact, there was an attempt to backbreed, and the Nazis did this actually. They tried to backbreed cows into the original animal, which is called the aurochs, and they couldn't do it. So the animal is lost. What you were just saying is that, you know, you can't just invent a dachshund, like that hot dog. That is in the gene of the wolf, and it's been teased out. Somewhere the ability to look like that already existed in the genome of the wolf. That's fascinating. We didn't just create that in the lab, and we drew that out. And we're drawing traits out of ourselves as well, so we've changed ourselves. And what we looked like is, well, we had way better teeth. And we didn't have teeth that didn't fit in our mouths, and our wisdom teeth fit. And we had actually maybe space between our teeth so that stuff didn't stick in our teeth when we ate it. And we didn't have pinched noses. We had nice, broad, wide noses and big, broad, wide arches. We had bigger bones, right? We had less back pain, and we didn't have the chronic diseases of our culture. In other words, we didn't have heart disease, and we didn't have cancer, and we didn't have diabetes. Not like we do today. So we might not have changed that much in appearance, but we've changed a lot in our physiology. And you know, it's interesting when you look at anthropology and archaeology. There's a story, and we don't know if the story is fully true, but the story is that an animal called Australopithecus was very ape-like. And that animal gives way to Homo habilis, and Homo habilis gives way to Cro-Magnon, the first humans, just like us 200,000 years ago. And then, you know, we work our way up to today, and it's not over. It just keeps going. It's evolution and adaptation, and it's always happening. And what we're becoming is what concerns me the most.
Right.
What are we headed towards? What will become of us if we live outside of sunlight, outside of clean air, away from the soil? We only eat hybrid plants, or we only eat processed foods. We spend all our time sitting and interfacing with machines. What do we become? Look at the Chihuahua compared to the wolf. So what do we become? Here is a little example. If you go where I live in the White Mountains, I live near the White Mountains. If you go up into the mountains, the average person going to visit nature looks less like an indigenous person than they do like an astronaut. If we took a picture of an astronaut right now, we would see sort of big funny thing on his head, big pack, like dials and gadgets, big shiny suit, huge boots. You go into the mountains where I live, helmets or crazy hat things with lights on them, huge pack, altimeter watch, Gore-Tex waterproof suit, harness, big boots. Why? Because the average person today is now a visitor to the earth and not indigenous to the earth. They don't know how to interface with their ecosystem anymore, so they visit the ecosystem like an alien visiting the planet. If we continue on this path, it's almost like we're going to breed ourselves right out of the ecosystem. We're born in sterile bubbles, and we live out our lives in sterile bubbles. And I think for those of us who are waking up to what's going on Earth, it's time for us to start to reintegrate ourselves into the ecosystem. Not just for your personal health. Your personal health will get better if you do that, but that's a very selfish, egotistical, modern American way of doing it. It's for your species. It's for your children. It's for the future of humanity. Because if we continue on this path, our children and their children and their children become better and better and better suited to living like slaves in a computer interface, maybe even in a virtual reality. And I think that's dystopian. And I think it's funny because we live in the most beautiful place in the universe, and we have an opportunity to live in a total paradise.
Wow. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
Ready for another video right after this?
Yes.
Okay.
After a sip of water.
Okay, cool. All right, so I guess no press is bad press, right? And we'll see you again tomorrow with Daniel Vitalis. Later. So, baby girl, you got your questions answered.
I did.
What
I've
do you-
been wanting to ask those questions for a long time.
What do you think?
Good. I love it. I love his insights and sharing. And thank you, Daniel.
Yeah. And who do we got there?
Angela Stokes Monarch.
And Matt Monarch, evolving as every day goes by. And we'll see you again tomorrow at the Raw Food World TV show.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.